We went on Marketplace and we found an LS1 intake manifold.
Yo, where the f is J-Lo?
Y'all seen J-Lo?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy J-Lo, back again with another video. And today, we back with Miss Vet, you know what I'm saying? We went on Marketplace and we found an LS1 intake manifold, which is going to be needed in order to let the hood sit clear. As you can see, the hood is lifted, and it's mostly because it's sitting on top of that truck intake manifold. I'm going to swap the LS1 out for the truck intake manifold, so this will be able to see. There are a few things around it that we're going to have to modify, and then I also did buy the equipment to finish the power steering pump. So we're going to try to attack that all in this video and get it done. As y'all can see, it's probably like 5 o'clock, and that sun is it's on its way down, so we ain't got much daylight left. We're about to make the best of what we got and get into it. So without further ado, let's do it. What's good, y'all? Editing J-Lo here, and I know y'all tired of the build and just want to see some action. Trust me, the feeling is mutual. You know what I'm saying? We're on a slow and steady path, but progress is definitely being made. Stay tuned. So I do believe that the fuel rail, at least, is not going to fit, so I am going to go ahead and disconnect this AN line from it. There may be a slight chance that we could reuse the old fuel rail. I think that the injectors on this are longer than what come on the LS1 bracket, so we're going to go ahead and remove this and then we'll move accordingly. The LS platform is basically like adult Legos. Tons of interchangeable parts, endless configurations, and a guaranteed way to drain your wallet fast. Every setup is unique, but one thing's for sure, an LS swap and budget build do not belong in the same sentence. If y'all want a cost breakdown of everything I spent so far, drop it in the comments below, but fair warning, this just might make your wallet cry. As you guys can see, the fuel rail does not fit. I took this directly off of the truck manifold and tried to fit it, but the injectors are too long and it won't allow for this to bolt up how it's supposed to, the brass down to the brass. So we're either A, gonna have to find another setup, or B, have to find some shorter injectors to go into this. But regardless, we're still gonna go ahead and seat that on top of the motor. So let's jump into doing that now. So we ran into trouble trying to fit the car intake manifold on. The water pump from the truck setup has the spout right here that's coming up top, and that is preventing it from sitting. So we are going to go ahead and take this water pump off so we can get the intake manifold seated properly. Earlier I said every LS setup is unique, and here's my shining example of why that uniqueness is currently slapping me in the face. I'm cramming a 5.3 motor out of a 2003 Chevy Suburban, a literal grocery getter, into a C4 Corvette, a car that was definitely not expecting a truck motor to move in. So we did get the intake manifold on, and that made this engine look complete. However, the accessories that we got, we're going to have to find a different water pump setup and then a different alternator bracket setup as well in order to run this. We also got to find smaller injectors so we can fit that fuel rail on. I do believe the fuel rail will fit. We just have to switch the injectors out because they're a little bit too long. This is the setup, and this is the way that it's going to look. This does look. Also, too, got to buy a map since we go into this. The previous owner, he said this came off of a C5 Corvette with the, I believe it was an LS1, and he said it was supercharged. Found a map sensor, found a water pump, and plumb everything back up with that. I'm also looking, if anybody can tell me, is this far back enough on that crank setup? I'm kind of questionable because I think it needs to go back farther. I'm going to take a picture and post it in the forums too to see what everybody thinks, but this does not look like it's pushed all the way back. So if you know, let me know down in the comments. So I did go ahead and buy equipment for the power steering setup. This is the big tubing for the power steering, but this is too small, number one, and also looking, the hose that I brought to fabricate right here is smaller than the original power steering hose. So we're going to need a little bit bigger tubing in order to run that properly and fabricate that, and we're going to need a different setup. So this is probably all we're going to get done for today. I am going to go ahead and pull the dipstick tube out, and I'm going to see if I can fit these headers on to see just what it looks like. So as y'all can see, it is fitted. We do got to get hardware to mount it. We got to get a new water pump. I think the LS3 water pump will mount in place, and then we got to find another alternator bracket because it's also interfering with the setup. So I'm going to do my research, do my due diligence to figure out what's what. We did test fit the headers on here, and they are clearing. When they are seated all the way, they do clear. So that's going to be interesting. I know it's going to sound good too, but Like I was telling y'all, we running out of daylight, so that's all I got for this one right here. We might be back tomorrow, we might not be back tomorrow, we don't know. We will find out. If we are, we gonna jump to the next clip right here. And if not, I was bullshitting with y'all. I love y'all. It's your boy J-Lo signing off for this bad boy. Peace.